Attention class. Good morning, class. My name is Mr. Gonzalez. Today's lesson is called Converting Base 5 to Base 10. First, we'll be going over some vocabulary to be used in the lesson. Write these down in your notebook. I will give you a second to grab your notebooks. All right, today's lesson is called Converting Base 5 to Base 10. Okay? The first term is base 10. So this is the space system we use in everyday life to count these. It has 10 digits from 0 to 9. I have them written right here. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. All right? The next term we'll be using is base 5. This is a different base system. It only has 5 digits from 0 to 4. It has a notation that looks like this. This is our number and this is the base. That is the number we'll be using throughout today. All right? I wrote down the numbers 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. The little 5 is called the subscript and it tells us which base we are using. We are using base 5 today. Base 10 does not have a subscript. For our next term, it is conversion table for base 5 to 10. This is very important. We will be using this throughout our lesson all today. So we have, in the first row is the base raised to a power. In this case, the base is 5. We're only using 5. 5 in each of the power bases. It's going to be a 4x4 column, by the way. These are just to help you see where it's going where. The second row is the place value for each column. I will teach you about that when we get to an example. Number 3 is the digits. Digits also means the number that it's giving us. Fourth row is a calculation of the place values. So you're going to multiply row 2 times row 3, and that is how you get your place values for the x. Next paper. All right, so we will go over the math steps that will tell you how to do each problem step by step while I work some examples for you. Then I will hand out a worksheet for you to do on your own. Raise your hand if you have any questions along the way. So here's my poster with the steps already written on it. All right, so I'm gonna start off with the problem. All right. We have the problem of 1,231. All right, we're converting this base 5 to base 10. All right, so the first thing that you have to know is that your subscript is 5. So put 5 in every one of these columns. Excuse me. So now we're gonna write in 0 through 5 as the powers on the top row. Remember what a power is. It's a small top right. It's a small number in the top right corner of the 5. So we're gonna start with 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay? Step 2. Now we're gonna calculate our values. All right? So 5 times 0 is always gonna be 1. 5 to the power of anything of 0 is gonna be 1. All right, 5 to the power of 1 is 5. As you can see here, I wrote them out. 5 by itself is going to equal 1. So there's no multiplication there. 5 to the power of 2 is not 10, but it's 25. Because it's 5 times 5. You're multiplying it by itself. 5 to the power of 3 is 5 times 5 times 5, which gives you 125. So here we have it. 5 to the power of 0, 1, 5 to the power of 1, 5, 5 to the power of 2, 25, 5 to the power of 3, 125. All right? Step 3. Now write in the digits from the problem, the big numbers. So this is the digits from the problem. Digits is just another word for number. So 1, 2, 3, 1. 1,231. 1, 2, 3, 1. All right? Step 4. Now we're going to multiply the numbers in the second and third row. So second row, so first row, second row, third row, fourth row. Second, third. We're going to be multiplying these two numbers. So 1 times 1 equals 1, of course. 5 times 3 is 15. 25 times 2, 50. 125 times 1, 125. All right? Now, we're going to put a plus to the left of them on every number. So 125 plus 50 plus 15 plus 1. Now the last thing we need to do is add them up, which gives us the answer of 191. That is our solution, and you're going to write the solution in the answer box. Always write in the answer box. If it's not in the answer box, I probably won't grade it. All right, for our next problem. So here's another example. All right, we have the problem 2013 to the base of 5. Okay. So what is we're gonna start off with the writing in the powers. 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Next we will calculate the values, the place values. 5 times 0, 1. 5 times 1, 5. 5 times 2, 25. 5 times 3, 125. Next, we are going to multiply the numbers on the second and third row. Second and third row. Remember, don't mix that up. Second, third row. My bad. Second and third. Yeah, second and third row. I was right. Okay, cool. So 1 times 3 equals 3. 5 times 1 equals 5. 25 times 0 is 25. It is not going to be 1 because it's not raised to a power. So don't get confused with that. Anything times 0 is going to be 0. 125 times 2, 250. Last thing we're going to do is add them up. So 250 plus 0 plus 5 plus 3 equals 258. So that is our solution. Write in the answer box. Don't forget to do that. Here's another example. We're gonna, remember, we're using all the same steps for all these problems. There's nothing being introduced new. If you know this, you have it down. So here is our third example. So first, we're gonna write in our powers, all right? We're gonna start from 0 and work our way up. 0, 1, 2, 3. Good. So 5 times 0 equals 1. 5 times, or not times, sorry, 5 to the power of 0 equals 1. 5 to the power of 1 equals 5. 5 to the power of 2, 25. 5 to the power of 3, 125. So essentially, all these numbers have been the same. All right? Next, we are going to multiply the second and third row. So, second, third. 1, 2, 3, 4. Second and third right here. You're going to multiply them this way, going down. So 1 times 2 is 2. 5 times 4 is 20. 25 times 3 is 75. 125 plus 1, or not plus, times 1 is 125. So, next thing we do, add a plus sign along the way. 125 plus 75 plus 20 plus 2 equals 222. All right, that is our solution. Write the solution in the answer box. Are there any questions so far? Now, while we work on some practice problem, get into your groups and work on for this for about 15 minutes while I walk around and check your work. I will need 2 volunteers to handle this worksheet. Any volunteers? Thank you. You can go hand these out. All right, good, good. All right, can I have 3 volunteers to work these out on the board? You, and you. Thank you. Okay. Here are the practice problems. All right, we're gonna do a little quick rundown. Not a quick rundown, but we're gonna, since we already know how to do these, if you have any questions along the way, let me know. All right, so here's our first one. Let's see if she did this right. First, we're starting off with the powers. 0, 1, 2, 3. Very good. All right, now let's see if she found the place values of these powers. 5 times 0, 1, 5 to the power of, sorry, it's not times, it is always going to be the power of. So 5 to the power of 0 is 1, 5 to the power of 1 is 5. 5 to the power of 2, 25, 5 to the power of 3, 125. All right, these are the same. Good job, perfect. Next, we are going to write down the big number, the digits, in the third column. 1, 0, 0, 4. Good, matches, matches. Next, we are going to times row 2 and 3. So 2 and 3, 2 and 3, 2 and 3, 2 and 3. 1 times 4, 4. 5 times 0, 0. 25 times 0, 0. 125 times 1, 125. Last thing we have to do is add them up. 125 plus 0 plus 0 plus 4 equals 129. Sorry, not 1,000, 129. Bring the solution over to the answer box. Good. Next problem. 0, 1, 2, 3, 5 to the power 0, 1, 5 to the power 1, 5, 5 to the power 2, 25, 5 to the power 3, 125. Next we're going to multiply these columns. Or no, next we're going to put the digits in to here. 2,144. All right? So now we're going to multiply rows 2 and 3. 1 times 4 is 4, 5 times 4 is 20, 25 times 1 is 25, 125 times 2 is 250. Last thing we do is add them up. 250 plus 25 plus 20 plus 4 equals 299. Write that in the solution box. You have the correct answer. Last problem is going to be 3,043 to the base of 5. All right? So the first thing we do, write is 5, 5, 5, and 5. Get the powers in 0, 1, 2, 3. 5 to the power of 0, 1, 5 to the power of 1, 5, 5 to the power of 2, 25, 5 to the power of 3, 125. All right? Let's see. Now we got to write in our digits. 3,043, 3,043. Perfect. It's a really good example, guys, whoever wrote this one down. All right, so 1 times 3 is 3, 5 times 4 is 20, 25 times 0 is 0, 125 times 3, 375. All right, so are there any questions? Anybody? No? All right, well, with this all said and done, this is how you change base 5 to base 10. All right, class, you are dismissed.